What's good, y'all? This is Dez back with another video, you know what I'm saying? Just read by the title. This video I'm gonna be paying homage to, you know what I'm saying? To honestly, my all-time favorite, like say, civil rights activist of the whole movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, the great Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm just get my opinions on it, you know what I'm saying? So if you're interested, definitely keep watching. Now, like I say, man, he just Malcolm X, he was just different from like all of them, because it's like, you know, so of course, you know what I'm saying, before he became, you know what I'm saying, before he joined the Nation of Islam, you know what I'm saying, he was in the streets running around, you know what I'm saying, he did his thing, but then once he went to jail, you know what I'm saying, he converted his life over to, you know what I'm saying, Islam, and of course, you know what I'm saying, he taught the teachers of the, you know what I'm saying, Elijah Muhammad, but then, you know what I'm saying, I think even over time, like I say, he stopped doing it because, you know what I'm saying, Elijah Muhammad, he wasn't no saint, you know what I'm saying, so, but, you know what I'm saying, same time, he did, you know what I'm saying, do a lot, you know what I'm saying, in the community, you know what I'm saying, he tried to, you know what I'm saying, basically just get us, you know what I'm saying, motivated just to be better, you know what I'm saying, and we gonna fight for, you know what I'm saying, what's right and everything, you know what I'm saying, so I'm like, hey, definitely shout out to him, but then also, you know what I'm saying, he definitely, like I said, like Martin Luther King, he encouraged, you know what I'm saying, non-violence, but Malcolm X, he ain't, I wouldn't say he encouraged violence, but at the same time, he's like, okay, don't go out and look for violence, but at the same time, hey, if it comes to you, fight back, you know what I'm saying, so, I know me personally, okay, alright, if I had a choice between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, it's like, it's like, man, I'm at the side with Malcolm, you know what I'm saying, because it's just, like, I get the part, you know what I'm saying, or turn the other cheek, you know what I'm saying, yeah, like, or just walk away, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, some situations, man, you cannot walk away, because, like I say, man, I know I can't. Like, a lot of situations, I do walk away, but at the same time, it be some situations, like, well, you can't walk away, like, you got to do something, you know what I'm saying, but like I say, you know what I'm saying, overall, like I said, I mean, yeah, he definitely was crucial in the civil rights movement, you know what I'm saying, and like I say, but with him, how he got killed, basically, it wasn't even like I said, it wasn't even basically like a supremacist or a racist that killed him. Like, it was his own people that killed him, because, you know what I'm saying, he started speaking on, you know what I'm saying, Elijah Muhammad, basically, you know what I'm saying, he was, impregnating, you know what I'm saying, women underage and all that. I'm like, wait, what? Are you trying to preach about God and all that? I'm like, so honestly, if I was him, I would have did the same thing. It's like, yeah, I would have spoke out about that too. But you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with some stuff, you know, so you do that, it got consequences. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying? I mean, his own people killed him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I mean, hey, he ain't dying in vain. Cause like I say, he definitely one of the, like I say, it's him, Medgar Evers, and Martin Luther King. They definitely like the three front runners, you know what I'm saying, the three leaders in the civil rights movement, you know what I'm saying. So, but like I said, I'm gonna be watching a little snippet on, let's say, Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying, his whole, you know what I'm saying, activist, you know what I'm saying, in the movement, you know what I'm saying. So like I say, I'm gonna give my personal opinions afterwards. So if you're interested, definitely keep watching. So without further ado, we gonna get into it.
Malcolm X is an extraordinary figure for whom African Americans have this deep affinity.
Malcolm X is one of the most historic and most significant human beings in American history.
Yep.
Malcolm Little was born May 19th, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. His father, Earl Little, was an outspoken Baptist minister.
Earl Little, yeah. His father was also killed, you know what I'm saying.
Back to Africa movement. His push for civil rights made him the target of death threats, forcing the family to move several times. In 1929, their home in Michigan was burned to the ground, and 2 years later, Earl was found dead. This was a devastating blow for Malcolm's mother, who was eventually committed to a mental institution. Her 8 children were sent to orphanages and foster homes. In school, Malcolm was a smart and focused student until he told his teacher in high school he wanted to become a lawyer.
He wanted to be a lawyer, but they told him that they said niggers don't get to be lawyers, so that's an unreasonable goal for a nigger. And so, to some extent, America created Malcolm X. So those are the forces that made him into the person that he eventually became.
He dropped out and moved to Boston. Over the next few years, he held various jobs. And
that's when he became Detroit Red.
Michigan to Harlem and New York, and finally back to Boston. During this period, he started his street career as a pimp,
Detroit Red,
and gambler. In 1946, he was arrested for burglary and sent to prison. In prison, he began reading everything he could get a hold of. Inspired by his brother Reginald's conversion to Islam, Malcolm read the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam. Malcolm dropped his slave name Little and chose X to represent his lost tribal name. By the time he was paroled in 1952, he had committed himself to the Nation of Islam. He was a very charismatic and powerful speaker who conveyed Elijah Muhammad's teaching to the masses. He was appointed national spokesman. During this time, membership increased from 500 to 30,000.
Malcolm emerged as this extraordinarily talented itinerant minister, and he preached a creed of black superiority, that blacks control themselves.
In 1958,
Malcolm
Malcolm X married Betty X in Lansing, Michigan. The couple had 6 daughters, including twins Malak and Malika, born in 1965 after their father's death and named for him. Malcolm X rejected the civil rights movement's use of nonviolent protest. Instead, he encouraged black men to
fight
use
back.
any means necessary to protect themselves.
Yes, sir.
Malcolm's clarion call for blacks to mobilize and fight against racism inspired millions of African Americans, even those who disagreed with him. They respected him as a person, as a man.
Malcolm's faith was challenged when he found out that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had seduced several women in the Nation of Islam, and some had bore his children. In 1964, Malcolm X renounced Elijah Muhammad and left the Nation of Islam. He founded a religious organization, the Muslim Mosque Incorporated, and took a pilgrimage to the Holy Land of Mecca, Saudi Arabia. In Mecca, he met people of all races he could call his brothers. He renamed himself El Hajj Malik Al-Shabazz and returned to the U.S. with new
now that's something I didn't know. Wow.
He founded the Organization of Afro-American Unity to unite blacks all over the world. Malcolm was seen as a threat to the Nation of Islam, and he was informed that members were plotting to assassinate him. His home was firebombed, but he and his family were unharmed. On February 21st, 1965, Malcolm started a presentation at the Audubon Ball in New York when 3 gunmen ran up and shot him 15 times at close range. He was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. In his 39 years, Malcolm was constantly reinventing himself. At the end of his life, he was speaking to all races, not about civil rights, but human rights.
Malcolm's image of an uncompromising rebel who challenged and fought against racial injustice, and he was prepared to die for his beliefs.
He is a person that inspired millions of African Americans to figure out their self-worth, to elevate their self-esteem. He led people to command and demand more from the great country in which they live.
Hey, there you have it on that one, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he definitely did his thing in the movement, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he more so like say he wasn't like say preaching like non-violence, like he was more so preaching like self-defense. Like like I said, don't go out and look for it, but at the same time, if it comes towards your way, hey, defend yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, I'm not saying a lot of people give him flack for that, because basically trying to say like, basically trying to make it seem like he trying to lead, you know what I'm saying? He trying to promote violence or whatever. No, he's not trying to promote it, but at the same time, he's promoting, you know what I'm saying, defend yourself if, you know what I'm saying, harm tries to come your way, you know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, then he spoke on, you know what I'm saying, Elijah Muhammad, which, you know what I'm saying, it was like, yeah, like that's something I don't rock with either. It's like, how you gonna sit there and preach about, oh, you know what I'm saying, oh, this and that, but yet, look what you doing, like, say, when you're not preaching. It's like, then even underage girls that did, I'm like, like I say, yeah, fortunately, you know what I'm saying, just sometimes like your words, you know what I'm saying, that'll be your downfall, that'll be what kills you, you know what I'm saying. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like I say, he said it, like they said at the end of it, it's like, yeah, he was ready to die, you know what I'm saying, for whatever, you know what I'm saying, he said or whatever he did in the movie, you know what I'm saying, which, hey, I respect the hell out of that, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, okay, yeah, you lost your life, but at the same time, hey, you ain't said or did nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying. That's why I say it was a choice between, let's say, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. It's like, You know what I'm saying? I hate saying it, but it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Malcolm, you know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, I'm just not the person like that, you know what I'm saying? Be non-violent. Like, I mean, I'm non-violent, but at the same time, it's like, I protect myself too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go out and look for trouble, but I mean, if it finds me and, you know, so I can't avoid it, okay, yeah, I'm gonna protect myself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like I say, definitely, hey, you know what I'm saying, salute to Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, because like I say, it wasn't even like, oh, he was killed by a hardened racist, it's like, nah, his own people killed him, you know what I'm saying, which, basically, yeah, because I think it was something about, okay, he became too big, like his voice became too big for the Nation of Islam, so, because it said on there, like, he left the Nation of Islam, which it probably was true, but at the same time, it was probably, the feeling probably was mutual, too, so it was like, nah, because he became bigger than, his voice became bigger than Elijah Muhammad, so yeah, it's like, okay, we want him gone, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I say, hey, you know what I'm saying, he ain't did nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? He spoke the truth on everything, including his own people, you know what I'm saying? Fortunately, like I say, cost him his life, but at the end of the day, hey, it was for a good cause, you feel me? So, hey, definitely, like I say, salute to him, rest in peace, Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you definitely my favorite civil rights activist out of all of them, that's for sure, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, yeah, that was my whole thoughts and opinions on that, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, like, comment, subscribe, also share my videos, whatever you want to do, whatever you can do, I'm down with it regardless, you feel me? So, until my next video, y'all already know what it is. I'll see y'all in a minute.